My next guest shocked to stardom playing a 244-year-old vampire on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now he has his own spin-off show, Angel, which airs right after Buffy on the WB. Let's take a look.
Sorry, folks. Gotta kick you out now.
Sure. I guess the single life's particularly tough on you.
Why?
Well, a couple hundred years ago, the only thing you had to worry about was a hangover. Today, because of your curse thingy, you can't sleep with anyone. Or else you might feel a moment of true happiness and lose your soul, become evil again, and kill everyone.
Thanks, Cordelia. I always appreciate your perspective.
No problem.
Please welcome David Boreanaz. Thank you for being here.
Last time I was here was this is the old Letterman stage, right?
That's right.
I was sitting right up there with my parents, and
you came and saw Letterman in the studio.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
very
8
cool.
years old, and I remember because
they let 8-year-olds in.
They did. I got underneath the ropes.
Okay,
very quickly.
very cool.
And Chef Boyardee died that day. That's why I remember it so vividly. And it was shocking to me because I mean,
Chef Boyardee died?
Chef Boyardee passed away when I was. I swear to God,
Chef Boyardee.
There is a real Chef Boyardee, and he died. I'm telling you.
And then
honestly,
2 years later, 2 years later, tragically Santa passed away.
Then the Easter Bunny followed, and then before you knew it, everybody was jumping the bandwagon. But that's what I remember from this stage.
I came here when I was in college. I sat right up there and saw Letterman. And never thought I'd be doing this.
Yes. That was the day Mrs. Butterworth passed away.
Sad day.
Very sad. Don't joke about that.
I'm sorry.
She provides syrupy goodness.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
And the Nestle Quick Bunny, he went quick, too. It was just one after the other.
It was a massacre.
It was really bad.
Now, you know, in that clip brings up something, because obviously, first of all, congratulations. Your show premiered and it did great.
Thank you.
So obviously,
Thanks a lot.
people are excited, but you know, it is something where it must be frustrating for you, you know, as an actor playing this part, because you're this good-looking guy. They're going to stock the show with beautiful women, and yet your character is not allowed to have sex or experience pleasure. I would talk to the writers if I were you.
I have.
You have, as you said.
It's frustrating. I mean, I was with Buffy for 3 seasons, and then, of course, I did the nasty, and my soul was lifted, and I became evil again. So there was a lot of pain and torture for all of her friends. It was a soul-lifting experience, you know, with Sarah. But Sarah's great, and but you never know. I mean, I'm in Los Angeles now, and the show takes place with a lot of demons and alter egos and people. So I may hook up.
Because I would think, I mean,
I could get lucky. I mean,
that's funny to hear. It's funny to hear a 200-year-old vampire saying, "I may hook up."
I may hook up.
You could get him to just let you have really unpleasant sex.
Yeah,
that's the thing. So I mean, it's not really about the love per se. It's just meaningless sex in Vegas.
Sex.
I could have a road trip, go with Doyle. Glenn Quinn plays Doyle. He said to say hi. He's Irish too, so.
Oh yeah, well, all right. Hey,
hey man, Quinny, we're Irish, man, and with you. But
that's not a strong bonding thing. For and the other thing is, you got to. I mean, it is a cool show, and you have a cool character. But do you ever wish that they had given you like a more masculine name? I would just think like, you know, I'm going to kill you now. What is your name? Angel.
Well, now it's Angelus.
Angelus?
Angelus.
Oh, that kicks ass, yeah.
That's got a nice wicked tone to it.
Right, right. Well, so you're going to talk to the writers. You're going to have them change the name, get rid of the sex restriction.
Yeah, and then, you know, bring in, I don't know, some good-looking...
Yeah, let's go, yeah.
Let's spice it up a bit, you know.
You know, I was... As opposed to the shows when I watched when I was young, which were supposed to be scary, and some of them were. I remember The Night Stalker being a really scary show. But other than that, shows that were supposed to be scary really weren't. Shows like your show and Buffy show, they really do have
their moments.
Yeah, they really do have their scary moments, like legitimately scary moments for television. Is that something like when you were a kid, would you have been scared by stuff like that? Were you a kid that was scared by things like cemeteries or stuff like that?
I was scared by the Planet of the Apes. Those kind of things. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I watched the Frankenstein movie for the first time, and I was like excited to stay up and see this movie. And you know, I was waiting, and it came on the first scene, and I was terrified. You know, it was more or less those kind of films that scared me. But you know, cemeteries. We got kicked out of a cemetery when I was 4 years old. We were in Chautauqua, in Buffalo, outside Buffalo.
You were running around the cemetery when you were 4?
Yeah, Buffalo, Chautauqua, cool, man. Yeah, right. And
they were plotting cemeteries.
They were, weren't
they?
they?
Yeah.
Forget Chautauqua. And we were running around this cemetery with Roman candles, having Roman candle fights. And
what's a Roman candle fight?
These long Roman candlesticks, and you light them on these balls of fire come out. So there was like 4 or 5 years-olds playing in the cemetery.
This is a satanic ritual you were taking place.
You know,
and we were praising Beelzebub.
Exactly.
Kids do. We had a goat.
Wasn't he just out here?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But you got kicked out?
We got kicked out, and we went back, and our parents, reprimanded us for 2 minutes and said we can't go swimming in the lake until we digested our food. So that whole thing. Why do they say that?
They
like you eat all this food, and you're like, you can't go swimming for an hour.
You'll cramp up.
But that never happened.
See, you maybe. Yeah, talk about seatbelts.
Don't
never happened to me, Now, I want to ask you one more thing. You're a deadhead. I didn't know that about you. But
yeah, big deadhead.
Big deadhead.
Love the dead.
Did you, when they were touring, did you?
I jonesed. Jones and burgers, Jones
Your
and
weird
food.
jazz lingo confuses me. Listen, hophead. Suddenly I'm Jack Webb here. Did you? But when you were doing that, I know a lot of kids that follow the dead would hang out in the parking lot and they would sell stuff like veggie burritos. Did you do that whole thing? And
we went through that whole like selling Jones burgers or jonesing juice because everybody was jonesing for something after a show or before the show.
Because of the good tune.
Exactly. So the parking lot is such an. And then say all you want about Garcia, but he just was great. When Garcia started spinning, it was all over. Things moved.
You saw him spin?
In my head.
Yeah.
As I'm sure everybody.
I'm sure you still see him spin occasionally. Yeah. David, thank you very much for coming. The show, of course, Angel, is on Tuesdays at 9 on the WB, and congratulations on your success. You seem like a nice guy. David Boreanaz. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with Moxie Purvis. Moxie Purvis.